Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, stop, look and listen part 2. I had to stop. My daughter actually came home unexpectedly just because she needed a break. She felt like she's surrounded by quite a lot of, trying to get my words out, argumentative people today. So if you got nothing nice to say, go home. So she came home for a little bit. I've uploaded part 1 already. I'm not going to premiere it until I've done this reading. In between, whilst I was uploading it, I actually listened to a video which I've attached to part 1 in the description box, and I will attach it to this one, and it's Japanese wisdom, and I thought that that was really interesting. Some of the proverbs. So have a look at it. It's on for about 8 minutes. It feels like it just goes on and on. But listen to it. It's good. There's some good insight into there. You might find some a little bit triggering. I know that one of the statements kind of popped out, but it made me smile. It gave me reassurance. So I kind of had a little giggle to myself when that one came out. It was like, thank you. Because we all have insecurities. Right, so wisdom. Shall we read this card? Because I did read some of it. Well, we read the legend. So let's have a look. So it's the 4th chakra, green. How many times am I going to say so? Wisdom, sage. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. The legend. One day, a young sagebrush asks his grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, we must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form as we all change with time. The inspiration. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? It took me then to like sowing seeds. Are you, why I was saying so many times? Okay. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. I actually feel like the energy is going to change now. I felt that was quite directed towards the Divine Feminine's energy, the part 1. And there's always a reason for a break. And I did feel the energy was going to be a slightly different story. And I'm definitely going to check in with the angels and ancestors for this part of the reading also. Okay. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. The personal inquiry. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? The key ideas, wise counsel, focused energy, honouring yourself, contribution, being chosen, contentment and transformation. The key words, maturity, tranquility and support. Okay, there's a meditation. Imagine yourself at a huge campfire. The great servant approaches and his energy radiates toward you. He speaks to you not with words, but with energy. Allow the wisdom of the message to reach you. When you have received the message, the great servant will depart. When you are ready, come back to your reality. And what was his message? Well, let's go to the angels and ancestors here. See what message wants to come through the cards. Even though the guidance is very much about tapping into your own intuition, all the answers you seek lie within. They always have. It was like you just didn't know how to access them, and now you do. Do you? Okay. It's like the Heavenly Father here is praying that you do. See the signs, receiving the messages, understanding that it's divine guidance for you to follow. You're safe and protected. You're here to excel and to shine. and to be the greatest version that was created for you. One of the Japanese proverbs was along the lines of, your prime never comes twice. The prime of life. We've got 2 cards. Along them lines anyway. The Heart Guardian. I made mention in part 1 that there's a lot of guardians in here. The Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. It's like the sage brushes here, but it's like a brush with sage. Okay. I feel this is a feminine energy. We have the Divine Father here praying that you're receiving the messages and that you understand you're here to love and let yourself be loved. That's why we're here, to love and to be loved. Heart Guardian. Listen to your heart. I don't know why we're going to that book. When it's talking to you. Okay, I just need to focus and see whereabouts the book is. Aha. Let's have a look. Heart Guardian. Now, this book is in sections. We have the beginning part, which is, I believe it's sacred ones in that section. And then we go to the next section. Guardians and messengers. The Heart Guardian. Welcome with open arms opportunities to give and receive love. The Heart Guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships, whether they be with yourself, family, or even a romantic connection. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears about trust, discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in a balanced relationship with that person. In this card, she is adorned with a sacred heart and draped in a red cloak to show her capacity to let love lead the way. Interesting, because the colour I picked up here was green, which indicates the heart chakra. And then we're talking about the heart. You can see that there's a red stream behind me. It's a curtain. You can see the link. Okay. The extended message. You are love, lovable and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Feeling that this is still a message for you, Divine Feminine. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or are in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. Stop, look and listen. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around, the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Now I've picked up about drop your shields. The Shield Maiden. And then we had the Divine Feminine's energy here. I'm feeling a bit of a karmic energy to this. But you are protected. You're to drop your shields, Divine Feminine. Intuition. female version of Archangel Michael, the one who's sent to protect. So the Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Now this card comes under Sacred Ones. Have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. The Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armour. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men, and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. In this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fiercely feminine energy, the power to be a warrior, while retaining feminine sensitivity. She is ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go into battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any unsettled feelings when our plans start to take shape and follow through with our strategies in order to be where we want to be. Shield Maidens work together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection. So she also shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. Feel the energy of this karmic energy coming in. Like, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But this one's looking for a fight. You're protected, Divine Feminine. But this is very much through contrast. Through contrast, you find clarity. So with this feminine behaving this way, in comparison to your behaviour, Divine Feminine, it's noticeable. Okay. The extended message. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the task you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. And coming into contact with you, Divine Feminine, is not, this is like from the Sacred Ones or the Wise Ones. It's not a wise move, really, because there's going to be such an energetic difference. It's like it's more humiliating to be up against someone who's just such a peaceful energy. It's not wise for this one to go forward with the plans that she's planning on doing. She's planning on creating disturbance, saying nasty things. I felt the energy of telling you things about the Divine Masculine, nasty things. Got nothing nice to say about him. Yeah, but that's their connection, isn't it? That's her perception, like attracts like. It's like she attracts the worst version of the Divine Masculine, and you attract the awesomeness of him. It's like it's not the same person, but it's not really. There's a distorted masculine, and then there's the potential for a divine masculine that seems to be awakening through the contrast. Okay, so all great warriors have a plan. All great warriors have a plan, maybe. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the task you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart, and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place, and then let your guides support you as you move forward. Okay, your strategy is to stay calm, Divine Feminine. You are protected. Just heard sirens outside that stopped pretty quickly. I believe that I'm hearing a lot of sirens, and I don't think that we should take them negatively. I think that we should take them as a sign that Archangel Michael is with us. Okay. Let's have a look on the Enchanted map and see whereabouts we are. Part 2. So this could come to what I said in part 1 about there being like 2 little specks of like black or brown splodges. It's like that one's a star, but then that one's a star. But they're they shine differently. I feel like the contrast between the energy of loud, abrupt to peace and calm and loving. Okay. something's going to tip the scales. And here's the card. Rescue in reverse. I feel like someone's world's been turned upside down. Let's have a look. So you were always safe and secure and free to be yourself, and it's in reverse. Are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all your troubles? Reversed, the rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is, rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to step back and rescue yourself. Trust that Spirit will guide you to expose the illusion so that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. Okay. Is that to come in with the divine feminine's energy, or is that to come in with the divine masculine's energy? We need to just take care of ourselves and our own needs and understand that we are being taken care of. Okay. Look at the green kind of hot air balloon upside down here. Should we get another card from here? Yes, we can do. Okay, I've got the card. Oh, that one and this one. Into the unknown. Oh, belly's rumbling. It's like, we don't like that, not knowing. But it will be interesting to see what transpires. Trust, and all will be revealed. Life is an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise that you won't know how to deal with. This is one of those times. You're required to trust that this new phase will reveal wonders and miracles as you step into unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker. Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvellous territories and valuable treasures. Okay, and the other card, hi Mr. Fly, we've got goblins. You're noisy in my ear. We have goblins, which doesn't really surprise me. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. Divine Feminine, you must love yourself. Because if goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen, let go of negativity. And for all those naysayers, those not so pleasant goblins out there, just send them love. The healing love. Okay. What else do we have? We have the Lover's Oracle. I nearly dropped the Psychic Tarot box on the floor, so should we pull a few tarot cards for this reading? Let me just... we're very squeaky today, the chair. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's make love tonight. And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Okay, here's the card. Partnerships and alliances. What does that suggest to you? We're here to help and assist each other. Let's read this card. The Three of Wands. Opens up to authority, the Emperor. Card number 4. The Three of Wands. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the fruits of your labour take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities. We've been told that in part 1. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. I feel that's the goblin, the karmic energy here. There must be overall balance. And I said something about the scales are balancing out. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Okay, I feel like we need to go to Rumi. Do you want to look at the bottom of the deck? The crown chakra. Okay. I mentioned about the crown chakra. Oh, about peacock feathers being the crown here. Okay. Awareness. Connection with source. We read about the crown chakra. The crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the centre of your link with the universe, the infinite and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. Wow. The crown centre is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To balance this chakra, I find that meditation, breathwork, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture and colour therapy work best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deeper sources of wisdom. You've got to be in alignment though. Okay. We're going to Rumi. What's with the apprehension? We'll find out. Enter the Garden of Delights. We're apprehensive about entering the Garden of Delights. Enter the unknown. Is that what the card said? Enter the unknown. It was along them lines, wasn't it? There we are. Oh, where's the other one gone? Can't find it. Bottom of the deck, probably. Let's have a look at this card. Card number 28. I'm very itchy. The itchy and scratchy show. Quite bloody. That was coming through yesterday about it being like a bloodbath. Anyway, enter the Garden of Delights. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Are you paying attention out there? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavour to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Rumi. There is a sweet spot. I couldn't resist. There is a sweet spot when entering the Garden of Delights, a moment where the senses have gorged themselves upon beauty and they become heavy with their fullness, slowing the mind so that it can perceive the divine beloved dancing behind the veils of nature. But first comes the sensual feasting. Blooming orchids arrest the gaze with their startling and strange beauty. Nectar from the ripest fruits of the garden drips, luscious and sweet, upon a savouring tongue. I was out earlier on, I had an appointment and I was sitting in the waiting room and all I could smell was pollen, like nectar, the strong smell of, and I'm looking around me trying to find the flowers. I couldn't see them, but they smelled like, well, pollen, sunflowers. That's what it smelled like anyway. Right, okay, let's get back to this. Hungry for gossip, the ears shamelessly eavesdrop upon the birds in melodic conversation. They sing of greatest, most passionate love and boundless living joy. The ears open wide to take it all in. The craving for touch is sated by rough textured bark falling from the ancient trees, soft, dewy grasses cool in the shade, the crunching leaves making their sounds under the hot sun and dancing feet, and the caress of the sunlight upon bare shoulders with weight of its own like a silken wrap placed just so by a caring lover's hand. The breeze, the very breath of the beloved Earth Mother, is sweet with the scent of lavender and jasmine, warmed by the Sun Father. Oh, drink it in until your arms raise themselves to heaven, your head tilts, eyes rolling back in your head, and your sacred animal body is mindless and in love. The Garden of Delights, narcotic in effect, lulling the senses from tension into sacred languor, that love may be experienced. Let us rest here in the midst of so much life, where the goodness of life is felt and the heart is free from any prison of pain or doubt. Come, be in the garden with me now. Let us be free and feast to our heart's content. Yes, let's. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a mihrab, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother Rumi to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable, compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky, with such potential for heartache, and yet what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul, suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. So Rumi is your midwife, there to ensure full spiritual birth. He is standing at the threshold with you now, and you are being asked to cross this threshold from the life you have been living into the aliveness that is flickering and glowing at your feet. It is love's wild, hot embers at your sacred feet. They will erupt at any moment into a holy inferno, taking hold of you and igniting you from within, transforming you into living fire. I'm all tense here. I've got my knees together. I'm like squeezing everything, like, oh, what's going on? All right, calm down. Take it easy. Whew. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. Ever so fidgety now. The great brother whispers wisdom into your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. The fear of death is so much more terrible than death itself, and nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. Death and life are twin angels. Hello. Dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. So when we go back to part 1, and I spoke about this box here, I believe, and I had the feeling that there could be 2 women, and I had the feeling that actually it was the divine masculine coming together. I felt their energy. Okay. Death and life are twin angels dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the garden of delights possible. Let's repeat that. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the garden of delights possible. Was it last night I said about pay attention to the impossible is now made possible? They bring the seasons of the soul that foster growth and take the appearance of dying away, which is actually part of the cycle of life, again and again and again. You have been through much death, dear one, around you, within you. You have known this dark angel. That is why you are so full of life. Your attempts to stay as you have been, to render something in your life immobile or impervious to change, have failed. Let us celebrate. There is no delight in frozen moments long since past. Why try to feast upon such food? It will not nourish you anywhere near as deeply and fully as fresh from the oven morsels of life. Come, let us taste all that is on offer. We drink headedly and satiate our deepest thirst. Let us enjoy the richness of the meal in gratitude for its preparation, and awe at the skill involved in such masterful creation. Do not let the memory of death starve you of your participation in life. Do you hold on still to that which is past? I will soothe you with a loving gentle touch. I will soothe you with a loving touch upon your back, and yet gently, okay, I will turn your head to the right and urge you to see the rising sun. Your life is blessed, you see. I want you to know this now. I want you to accept this now. Let those horrors of the past be gone. They are no more than phantoms. The garden is here now, to be touched, tasted, seen, heard, felt, inhaled and loved. This oracle comes to you with a message. A new day is dawning for you. This is a time... I've got no drink left. This is a time when I need a drink. Oh, there is a little dribble. This is a time when the past will very soon cease to have any hold over you. Celebration is imminent. You are invited into the golden light of divine plenty. Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. Let's finish with the Lover's Oracle. Who make it possible? Who make the Garden of Delights possible? What's a beautiful reading today. It's coming together, isn't it? It's coming on, it's coming on, it's there. It's there for the daring ones. Okay, we've got a couple of cards here. Very peacocky colours today. I want to see your peacock, your peacock. I'm not going to make noises in my chair anymore. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. We kind of already knew that. That's not really like a secret. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship. Oh, belly's rumbling. Okay. Work on the bonds. Nurture. Nurture the bonds of friendships within your relationship. Can we say this properly? Yeah. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Let's be friends. Okay. Siren outside. Archangel Michael is close. Maybe that's forbidden. Well, I think any barriers are being moved out of the way. This love is not forbidden. It's necessary. Okay. Whew, what a reading. That was an awesome reading or two today. I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Remember to check out the Japanese wisdom, which I'm going to put in the description box. I will speak to you all soon. Until then, much love. Bye for now.